I'll try to be as brief as possible, but basically I've known some friends that have been members of the club for close to 10 years. I'm from Charleston, but I was still serving in military service, and I would visit from time to time. We'd go there, bowl, have some beers, and they'd say, hey, man, you'd love this club. When you come home, you need to join it. And I knew the history of the club. I knew that the history of the club had an exclusive membership. I grew up in that neighborhood, and I decided, not right now. So years go by. I retired from the Navy. I'm back at home. We're there again, bowling, having some drinks. They said, dude, they tell me, you got to open your mind. You know, times have changed. The neighborhood's changed. Let's do this. I said, okay, let's go ahead and do it. And so I put my application in. And, well, you know, there's a big snowball effect with different things that happened, you know. They froze membership. They tried to change the rules. When they finally were unsuccessful with that, my time came up to get voted. I went. I was presented before the group. It was me and 13 other applicants. We stepped out of the room for the vote. They're kind of talking to us like we're all going to be in because, for the most part, it's pretty much assumed you're going to get in. And they come back and call us all back in and then kind of tap me on the shoulder and move me to the side and say, hey, I'm sorry, but you didn't get in. You can stay for the meeting if you want. And I said, no, I'm okay. I'm going to stop there and see if you have any questions. Yeah, there was 14 people up that night. I was the only applicant that did not get voted in. Well, I've been trying to stay away from making proclamations about why I didn't get in. You get a chance before, when your name is submitted, people get a chance to voice any objections. Nobody voiced any objections. Then I didn't get voted in. No one offered an explanation. When I looked down the applicants, I tried to see what it was that was different between them and me. Everyone was from all walks of life. Some of them were veterans. Some of them were Navy physicians, like I was. But I didn't get in, so one only has to come to one conclusion. Oh, yeah. Oh, several occasions, yeah. Well, again, you're talking I can't talk for people who voted against it because I don't know them. When I would go, I was a guest of friends of mine from growing up in Charleston and friends of mine from med school and different people that were members in the neighborhood. So as far as I knew, I was accepted and having a great time and enjoying my time with my friends. But again, I knew the history of the club, and it has a huge membership, and they can't represent the entire membership. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be lying if I didn't say that gave me momentum. I mean, that happened shortly before I retired and moved back to Charleston. I mean, Charleston's always been, I love my city, and it's always been kind of an island in a red state. And I was in Jacksonville, which to me was the deep South. And when I was approached about joining the Florida Yacht Club, I said, oh, heck no, that's not going to happen. But again, friends were saying, no, this is different. I applied, I got in. So that gave me a little momentum going in. So I thought, well, maybe I need to give my own city a different, look. Oh, sorry. I try not to push the negative, to push the positive. The best way to get to know people better and get over these borders is just to engage, be there, be involved, and just make friends with people. Because that's what's worked for me in the military and my professional life. Just engage and meet people. And they'll formulate, most people will kind of warm, but then there are some who make almost a decision before they meet you, and you can't change that sometimes. Yeah. Okay. In my particular case, I think it was a few people who were holding the club hostage. But in general, I think that this is one of the last bastions to try to, I don't want to sound like I'm an advocate, but I guess I am, level the playing field. You have programs like affirmative action. You have corporations with diversity officers. What's really left is parity in public education and also social settings. A lot of my friends get these jobs, but then if you're not able to socialize with everyone, you're kind of left out of the pot. And I think that overcoming the social barriers, if we're all hanging out after work or outside of work, we get to know each other much better, and that makes the playing field much more even. And that's the important thing, I guess, we can take away from this.